Hey, 8th grade, welcome back. If you're in honors 8th grade, you are watching the wrong video. Go ahead and go on my webpage and find the one listed Honors Learning How to Make a Website Source Card. All right, 8th grade, welcome back. Today's going to be a little bit of a mixture of going back and forth between filling in the notes and teaching you how to cite a website. Websites can be tricky, but we need to learn how to do them because they're one of our most common forms of information. So the first thing to remember is you should follow the directions on your purple sheet. All right, that's the very first thing. So I pull out my handy dandy purple sheet where everything is spelled out for me step by step. I'm in the last column over here where it says making a source card for a website. Oh my goodness, these are still colored cards. Don't forget that. The first step says that I need to find an author. Well, I've gone ahead and I have gone to Chris Crutcher's homepage. Homepages are a nice place to go for your author because this is probably going to be very credible information. It's put out by the author themselves. So I'm taking a look at Chris Crutcher's website here, and I'm reading and it doesn't say I in here, so I'm not guaranteed that he's the one that wrote this. So I don't really have an author right now. If this were to say I am the author of 14 books, well, then that might make more sense. But I don't have an author here. So if I can't find an author, I need to skip over that. So our next note says, be willing to search for the author and the publication date. And you need to understand that there will not always be an author or date listed. Sometimes we just can't find that information when we are finding our source. In this case, we cannot find the author. However, we need to check the end of the website for information like authors and dates. Okay, so I searched mine for an author. I looked at the front page. I flipped to the very last page. There's still no author on here. So I don't have an author for my website, and that's okay. That might happen as you're working through your paper. So I am going to pull out my colored source card here, and I'm going to work to make one for an online site. So I can't find the author. When you can't find an author, you skip to the next step. And the next step says write the title of the article in quotation marks. So this is my article here. Let me go ahead and zoom on in for you. Okay. So title of my article is Who is Chris Crutcher? That's the small article that's here. So I come to my card and I write in quotation marks, who is Chris Crutcher? And I'm going to put a question mark inside because that's the title. Now I understand in step 2 it says that you would put a period normally, but that would be pretty goofy if I put a period too. So I'm just going to leave the question mark. You will probably put a period there. The next step asks me to write the title of the overall website and underline it. Okay, so I come back here and I see that the title of my overall website is Author and Loudmouth Chris Crutcher. So I go ahead and I write here author and then remember I skip a line and I indent in and loudmouth Chris, sorry about that, Crutcher. And I put a period at the end. So I go in and I underline this. All right. Step number 5 tells me to write the word web That's easy enough. I continue to stay indented in as I skip a line, and I put a period. This means I got it off of the web or off of online. And the next thing that I do is I need to write what's called my access date. Step number 6 says to write the day I found it on the internet. That's the access date. Now, dates in MLA style are written a little bit differently. First, we write the day. So today is the 10th. Then we write the month. So 10 April. And then we write the year, 2013. It's just one of those MLA rules. Keep in mind how you write the dates. Now I come on up back here, and I'm supposed to write my last name and first initial. And now I'm going to come back to my notes. So it says, if the website doesn't have an author, we need to put the website title or the web page. So put the title of the web page in the upper left-hand corner. So I chose one purposely that doesn't have an author because I wanted to show you how this works. So then I come up here because remember I'm writing my source's name and I write who is Chris Crutcher. And that's the title of my source because there's no author. There you go. It's not so hard to make a website source card. Hopefully you will find this helpful.